what drew me in my major is I've always been like a big fan of math class. It's always been my favorite class. I always found it super interesting. And so I'm a math major, honestly, because I really enjoy the classes. Okay, so what made me want to do URP, undergraduate research project, and what was the goal? Well, as a math major, I don't really know what I want to do when I graduate. I don't have like a specific idea in mind of what career I want to follow, but I do know I like the material in my courses. So this year in particular, I'm trying to sign up for as many different things as I can, and the whole idea behind undergraduate research was I get to learn whether or not I want to be a part of like a research-based career and continue research in math in the future. Yeah, so the major project was just looking at the impacts of the tornado overall. In the beginning of the semester, we were doing a census of Robbins Park, which is nearby, which is kind of like our control site to compare data from the forest that was hit by the tornado to one that's undisturbed. And so we were working on like collecting data on the different types of trees and how many and their size and things like that in the beginning of the year to compare to our disturbed site. My personal project with the field station has been focused on the impacts of the tornado on animal activity. So we have motion sensor cameras set up all across the forest, and we do have some data from before the storm hit as well as after. So doing a comparison, and I'm kind of just seeing how the different functional groups were impacted by the tornado. Like, does predator and prey have different reactions? Herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, do they react differently to a disturbance? So for me as a student, I've always been in like really hands-on educational environments, from elementary school all the way up until currently. I find for myself in particular, hands-on learning is very effective for me. It helps me really understand how things interact with one another. And also once I graduate, I'm not going to be reading textbooks and presentations anymore. It'll be hands-on work in the field, so I'm getting a chance to experience that early on. The benefit of having Temple or Ambler available to me is, well, for one, without Temple Ambler, I wouldn't be able to study any of this. It's giving me an opportunity to study hands-on in person rather than looking at data or research from other people on paper. And without this campus, there wouldn't be a tornado or a disturbance to study. So having this location as well as this disturbance occur has given us like a really unique opportunity to study the impacts. What do I hope to get out of my field station experience? The number one thing is I wanted experience with research. I wanted to see what goes into research, what the process is, and whether or not I enjoy it. I also wanted to be reconnected to the environment. Where I grew up, it was very, very rural, and I really miss that living in Philadelphia. I don't get a lot of chances to go outside and go in the woods. So being able to come up to this campus is really beneficial to me, getting to be outside more and enjoy just the natural world.